Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie if you're new here, and today we are picking out my December TBR. This would be in a jar, but I don't have a jar, so we're using my Christmassy mug instead. I mean, it is pretty much the Christmassy time anyway. I am currently reading Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm not very far into it. I'm on page 70, so not super far. I am going to continue obviously this on my December TBR. So I think I'm only gonna pick probably 6, so that way altogether, counting this one, I will have 7. The bottom ones on my cart are not even in my TBR. These are the ones that I'm going to be picking from. If I don't happen to have anything on here that matches the prompt, I can always look over there and see if there's anything on my bookshelf. So let's get started and pick our first prompt. So I'll go with this one. Has an animal on the cover. I don't really know what potentially has an animal on the cover. I guess this one technically has an animal on the cover. It has a crow, The Dead Romantics. But that's an option. This one has animal on the cover, has a goat. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. So that's an option as well. I'm having to like stand up just a little bit to see what else has an animal. This has a bug, an insect, but I don't think we're gonna count. I don't know if that counts. Does that count? I don't know. Okay, so the options that we have is Fourth Wing, Part of Your World, and The Dead Romantics. I'm not really entirely sure what I'm feeling. I don't know. I actually decided that the one that I'm gonna put on my TBR is Fourth Wing. I feel like I'm very behind in this series. My friend has read this and loved it and talked to me about it, and I was just like, I feel very behind, so I need to get on to the train of Fourth Wing and the rest of the series. So I'm gonna put this one on the TBR. It is about learning to become a dragon rider, and the main character is more likely to die trying to become a dragon rider. So that's kind of her story and basically how she does that. I'm really intrigued to see what it is about. So this is our first book on the TBR. I changed the camera angle again because I don't know, something feels off. It might be because I feel like I'm not in full frame, but we're gonna pick the next prompt. The next prompt is takes place in a small town. Okay, let's find a book that takes place in a small town. Let's see. So All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata is an option. Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez again is also an option. I think that's it, but I could be wrong. Those are the ones that I know off the top of my head. It was really hard to kind of pick between all 3 of these because I really want to read all 3 of them. To be honest, like, they're all really good picks, but I think for this month I'm gonna go with All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I tried, I think a long time ago, reading The Wall of Winnipegamy, and I never finished it. It's actually probably still sitting on my shelf in the exact spot that I was at a long time ago. I do want to finish it and continue reading it. I just haven't had the chance to want to get back into it. So I'm going to try another one of her books and see if it was just the timing, but I'm excited. This takes place in Colorado, in a small town that she grew up in, and she is getting rented out an apartment in the mountains, and there's just some romance between the person that rented it out to her. Anyway, I think I'm gonna try this and just see how it goes. So yeah, a second book on the TBR. Okay, I feel like we're getting pretty good things for this TBR so far. I'm gonna put these back right here. Doesn't really matter, I guess, where I put them. We're gonna choose our third prompt. I don't really even remember what I put in here. Book with a green cover. Okay. I think I literally only have one that's a green cover, and that's Anna Holidays by Christina Lauren. This is actually perfect because it's literally getting to Christmas time, so This is a perfect pick actually. I'm kind of surprised I don't have any other green covers. But then again, I feel like I don't have a lot of green books anyway. Which I mean, I guess this is kind of green in a way. I don't know, maybe. But I'm gonna stick with In the Holidays. I think that it's perfect for the time. So this is about May, and she basically loves the Christmas time for the holidays and is at the Utah cabin where she normally does her holidays with the family. And it is the last one that she is doing there, and she ends up getting into, I guess, a car accident, and the whole Christmas replays on a loop over and over again, and so she has to just figure out a way to break the loop. It sounds really good. I've never read anything that had like a loop storyline, so I feel like this is going to be really good. Hopefully it lives up to my expectation. I'm kind of curious going into this, just because it is a holiday book, and I typically don't read a lot of holiday books. I feel like everyone that I read, like the back of the covers, are just normally all the same. So I'm kind of excited to see how this one plays out. So yeah, number 3 on the TBR. So far we have 3 books for our TBR. Let's just keep going. I'm hoping, I actually don't really know what I want to get, to be honest. A number and the title. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna count like how this one has 1 dark window. I don't know if we're gonna count that. If we're counting has to be a number, it'd be binding 13, which is crazy that I haven't started that. I'm really behind on a lot of these books, to be honest. I think we're gonna go with binding 13 just because I have really wanted to start this series, and I think the only reason I've been putting it off is genuinely because I have so many series that I'm in the middle of. It's so bad. I really hate to start another series, but I really want to start this. This is about Johnny and Shannon, and Johnny is a rugby player, I'm pretty sure, and Shannon is new to the college in the middle of the year and just wants a fresh start. She's been bullied at her other schools, I'm guessing. Johnny, you know, is a rugby player and needs to focus on that, except when she comes to the college, everything changes. I'm just so ready for another romance. It's a different type of sports romance too, which I'm very excited for. Let's get on to our next prompt. This is the 5th one. So we have 1 more after this one. So let's see. The next prompt is a book you haven't seen anyone read. I feel like this is not very difficult. I feel like, I know that this is probably not it, but as of right now, I have not seen anybody read Sounds Like Love. Honestly, recently I haven't seen anybody read Kiss the Sky either. I don't know. Because I know I've seen people read those. I've seen that one. Also, this one's more newer, so that's a reason why I haven't seen a lot of people read it. I know that it's not super new, but I know it did come out this year. I swear I haven't really seen much people read this one, so people are probably gonna think I'm lying and that I just want to read this one, but genuinely I have not. These 2 I haven't seen recently, I don't think either. Hot British Boyfriend and The Holiday Swap, which, like I said, I don't really know how I'm gonna feel with holiday-ish books. I know although it is December and I probably should be reading some holiday books, I don't know. I'm gonna say that it's up to these 4. I'm not really entirely sure which one. Okay, so I think out of all of these that I have seen people not really read very much, I think I'm gonna go with The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. I think the concept is really cool of this story. It's baking and just stuff that feels really Christmassy. I just feel like this would be really good for. I'm hoping that I'm gonna like this because it is a Christmassy type of book, and like I said, it's really hard for me to get into Christmas books and I have no idea why. So I'm hoping that this is decently good and helps me get in the mood for Christmas. Okay, so now that we have 1 more book for the TBR, we're gonna go ahead and pick our last prompt. Alright, our last prompt is a genre you don't typically read. Alright, my camera battery died, but we're back. Now, my genre that I don't typically read is fantasy. So, I don't really know what I want to read as my fantasy because we have One Dark Window, we have The Cruel Prince, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and Ruthless Vows. I did read Divine Rivals, and there's only one more book, which is Ruthless Vows. So I'm kind of wanting to go ahead and just read this so I can get the whole duology over with, so that way I can check that series off. Now, I remember quite a bit from Divine Rivals, but I'm probably gonna have to skim back over it. But I think I'm gonna go with Ruthless Vows for this one just because I really want to finish the series, even though I probably need to read ACOTAR and finish it because I'm in the middle of it. So Iris had returned home and Roman was still missing. So I'm super excited to get back into this world and just see how it ends and see how it comes all together because I loved Iris and Roman so much. We will see what happens. I'm really excited and I hope that this actually lives up to the hype. And that is all 7 of our books on our TBR. Here is what the TBR looks like. We have a bunch of different things. We have 2 Christmas holiday books. We have 2 fantasies and 2 romances, which is kind of crazy that we have 2 of everything. So that's great. I'm super excited to get started on these. I honestly don't know which one I'm most excited for. Let's hope that these books are really good but don't put me in a slump. The books that we have for our TBR, we have Fourth Wing, All Roads Lead Here, In a Holidays, Binding 13, The Holiday Swap, and Ruthless Vows. I hope you guys enjoyed my little prompt TBR jar. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did and have read any of these books, please let me know. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.